Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 4, Week 6, Day 7. So today, of course, we're going to be finishing up the arena event and getting out our shiny orb. Hopefully it'll be a blue or purple, ideally a blue. And we'll go over all the spoilers for the week and start with that as well. So let's go all the way over to, we'll check Gems of War website first for the official post, if nothing else has the World Lore event stuff, which is only there, for whatever reason, it's nowhere's ever in-game, just specifically at this one page. Let's see, forum. Now, normally it's just rarity order, but sometimes they make it ultra ridiculously, needlessly weird. Helping Hands, this is the right one? Yes, it is. Okay, so, next week's events, as far as the troop that we're going to be getting, it is a white helm construct, a brown purple, deals light splash damage, so 25% to adjacents, and damage to an enemy, and a random enemy. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it does it twice. So it does two different hits. One of them you get to target, the other one's random. So this is kind of like Gargoyle, except different. It has a very similar premise to Gargoyle, but it doesn't have boost ratio. If the enemy is a construct, explode 8 gems. So there's almost no situation where that's ever going to be good. Who knows, maybe we'll get a good construct hero class with 50% mana start at some point that will make constructs somewhat decent. But yeah, that is so ridiculously conditional to actually be able to get all of its value. This thing against constructs could be okay, but otherwise it's just a weaker version of Gargoyle. So there's almost no reason to really use it. It doesn't even have the same reduction too, 50% score reduction, 25% spell reduction, which is pretty funny. The exact same that Gargoyle has. However, it is much weaker than Gargoyle, so just get Gargoyle from Hall of Guardians, and you'll be good to go. Of course, we have White Helm as far as everything. And what is this? Did they make it ultra easy? No way. They actually made it super straightforward. All you have to do is play the events. That's like unheard of. Is there no kind of special rules? It's never been like this. Every room is the exact same. And there's no scaling. Now, this would make the World event so easy if it was always this way. I don't think they've ever done this before. Every single room is the exact same, and there's no scaling. So there should be a lot of multi-way ties this week. Like, a lot. Because everyone doesn't miss their Val Ravens and just win every single one. You should have, like, an ultra multi-way tie for a lot of different positions on the leaderboard. Very weird. But hey, it makes things easier, if nothing else. Anyways, as far as everything else that we got going on throughout the week, I believe this is a Raids week or Invasions? One or the other. I think it's Invasions, actually. Let me go check. Because we checked it earlier, because this week is the 5-year anniversary of the channel. So I did check it earlier, I just forget what it already was. Pretty sure it was Invasions. For like Broken Spire or something. Or not Broken Spire, it couldn't be for that. But anyways, as far as things that we got going on, of course, arena event's finishing up right now. Other than that, we got ourselves the faction event of Crypt Keepers for Tuesday. That's one of the easier ones to do without potions, so you can pretty much just ignore this other than just doing the normal thing for it, unless you just really want to use potions for it. It's definitely one of the ones that are more doable without potions. That is for sure. Other than that, on Wednesday, we're going to be getting the pet for, I think this is a new one, isn't it? No, that was the other week. The week after this week, we're going to be getting a new one. Actually, that's not the thing I wanted. The Sacred Crab is what I wanted. Oh, yeah, that's the blue... Oh, no. Sacred Cub, which is White Helm event. That makes sense. So we're getting Sacred Cub for that, which will help out later. Thursday, we're getting the class event for Priest, which is a pretty useless hero class. It does have a +2 yellow once you get to 70. One off its link, one off if it's level 70. Overall, not really used unless you're using a pure Divine team and you're using it for its 40% start, especially since Divine Shpala got nerfed from 40 or from 50 to 40%. Used quite a bit less. And then Friday, as I mentioned, we're getting Invasions for what seems to be a Dwarf restriction. Oh yeah, we were mentioning it earlier, all the Dwarves and everything. I remember now. But yeah, we're getting a Dwarf restriction. That is also when we're doing the 5-year anniversary stream for this channel. We'll be doing it on Friday and Saturday. We'll be streaming for about 11, 12 hours or so both days. But that's pretty much the game plan then. So overall, pretty tame week again. We had a pretty low down week this week. And apparently next week is going to be relatively similar. Other than our 5-year anniversary celebration. Also, they might be doing Q&A this Wednesday, though I'm not sure. People were mentioning it earlier, however, I don't think they made a forum post since then to really indicate such. But that'd be pretty cool if they did. Actually, we're already here. Did they make a forum post? I don't believe they have. in regard to... Which should probably be under official news. It'd be very far up if it was, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. They don't have one on the forum, apparently. Doesn't mean they're necessarily not doing it. Well, there's no trace of it on the forum. Man, anyways, what's in our mail right now? Oh yeah, the arena stuff. Did we even get anything good off Adventure Board today? Ah, 50 gems, not bad. That's the only good thing, though. Well, I guess the little handful of glory doesn't hurt, though. But anyways, we got an arena event to finish, so let's go do just that. We got a Clarion. He has a 1-to-1 boost ratio. Should hit very exceedingly hard, so I definitely want to go get that. Other two options are pretty bad to begin with as well. The rest of these drafts are pretty horrible, though. So let me say hello to everyone. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Isabella. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Interception. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Gerudo. Hello, Imperial. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Rogue. Oh yeah, no worries, Rogue. Hello, Jan, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all of your weekends have been wonderful. Should we just go all in on attack? We can go Ancient Horror and have no conflict with the thing. I kind of want to put this in first slot. Oh, this guy gets a lot of armor when he gets a kill. It'll block a Clarion, though. I kind of want a Clarion to be unblocked. I could always put Pegasus behind. I could always put this behind both of them, but then we have guarantee not going to cover every color. Deal 7 damage to an enemy. If enraged, knock them back. I think we go for Pegasus 2-to-1 based on yellows removed. Normally I would want to go Dwarven Lord here, but both the two colors are already used. So we'll do this and then hopefully get a red, and we got a red, and I think that is our team then. Let's roll with that. We want you in first, you to be as safe as possible, you behind that, and I guess our Creeper is our second slot. Oh no, we could put this guy in second. My only concern is if a Clarion dies, we lose. So even though I kind of want to utilize it for 10 attack, I probably shouldn't, because if we lose it, we will pretty much lose the entire battle, which is not a good idea. Also, hello, Tyrion. Hello, Jamie. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so right off the bat, we want to go for blues and purples. Oh, without giving him a billion mana would be great. We'll take that. We'll take that. He creates a bunch of purple. I should probably take purple preemptively to try to deny him. What does he feed if he gets purple? He's not feeding anything too important. So I kind of want to take a green search here because it goes into Pegasus. And then we destroy them. And that's pretty much going to be matched then. Alright, that did a little bit less damage than I was expecting. I guess we didn't have as many convert on the board. Because he has 1-to-1 per every single gem. And he gets to hit 2. Oh, you get to hit strongest though, don't you? No, those are our weakest. Gosh, why is everything on his team so tanky then? He chose all the tankiest things. I didn't even realize his overall durability of his team was that high. Do we just let it die? I'd prefer not to. Though double kill is pretty important, but no, we'll wait a turn. We'll be patient. Okay, now we go for it. He'll do his thing. We do our thing. We get our green feeding right back into it, which is pretty nice. He doesn't even use green anymore as well. And that helps us a large amount. I guess we'll take a skull for now. And it should be a match. We just cast both of these and that should be enough damage. 1-to-1 boost ratio. Or sorry, 2-to-1 for this one. However, that's still 6 damage, and 6 damage will be enough to kill. Because 7 plus 6. Hello, Sansi! Welcome. Okay, what do we want here? We'll take a brown-green. Take that. Take a blue. It should hit for quite a lot. We even get mana back for it, and it should double kill. And it does indeed double kill. We didn't get to do it again, but for a lot less damage. Before I do, I will poke. I give him... Oh, no, I don't. Never mind, because it's connected right there. That's fine. Oh, it's safe. We'll take that over. Start getting Clarion back up. Our Clarion does lose value as we get less of the gem on the board, though. But it's still pretty good value. Especially since he feeds mana back into himself. It's just after that first cast, that's the only really good cast you end up getting from it. I'll take that for now. Now, do we have a good convert here? No. How about now? Yes, really good. So go for that. Get a double kill. Should hopefully be able to get all of our mana back, or at least very close to it. I don't have a drop for that, so let's take a skull. 1 mana off from full. Very unfortunate. Guess we poke again. We get a little bit of green back. I think we just get him all the way back up. Cast again, and then 1 more poke will kill. And it's match. There we go. Yeah, Pegasus is actually getting to do something, which is why I wanted to choose it. Even though it was weaker than the other guy, the fact that it gets to use those colors kind of made it a little bit more useful. Otherwise, the other guy would have been blocked on both brown and blue. I mean, there'd be no way to feed him. And at least in this case, the excess green goes into it as well. And on our very first cast, we were normally getting excess green. Not always, though. Like right here, we don't. But more often than not, we are getting excess green for it. At least for the first cast anyways. Okay, we don't have a drop for that. I kind of want to take a skull. We also can't do that, so I guess we just take some greens. He'll do a thing. We'll do, what kind of thing do we do? I guess we just take a blue. I want to take it that way just so he doesn't get a skull. Because I want those skulls. There we go. My skull. And now that that's the weakest, it should poke it. Or we do that instead. Do I ignore this other skull? Nah, I'm actually going to kill it. Oh, that's going to be some good value. Did he just convert all that to brown? Convert green to brown! Well then. Thank you for that. And then you're dead. Oh, that was great. He converts green to brown, and then I convert brown to green for a 1-to-1 boost ratio for every brown. There couldn't have been a more perfect troop on the enemy team. That's really funny. I kind of forgot he does that. Out of every single troop in the entire game, that's like the best thing that could have been on his team for us. Since we just can reconvert it right back. That was rather convenient. Also, haven't even casted Ancient Horror a single time. It does gain extra stats if it gets a kill. The problem is we haven't been able to get a single kill with it. And the reason I mentioned it this time is it's a little bit more relevant this time since we want to try killing the thing. The gnome. Oh, we don't have extra turn here. I still have to cast it though. Oh, good. He didn't die this time. Yay. I guess I'll live for a little while. Yeah, she gets to secure a kill too. Actually, I probably should have done that the other way around just to make sure we guarantee got it. But not too big a deal. Looks like we got it. Oh, we'll let him die. He got some armor. Ah, he got to live for once! There we go. We kept our Ancient Horror barely alive because it hit armor HP. Otherwise it would have died. Not like it matters much. We would have won regardless. No, that's a very bad offer. Alright, 2 more to go. And then we're done with Arena. Until it forces us to do Arena again. Deal damage to an enemy. If an enemy dies, gain 10 mana. Ooh. That's 50% to adjacent. So it does 10 to its target and 5 to the adjacents. And if any of them die, he gets all his mana back. That's not horrible. His damage is a bit low, but we'd be a good first slot if nothing else. Or maybe a cleanup closer to second. We'd need a better tank in front of him then if we were going to do that. Gain 8 life boosted by webbed enemies. Give all other allies quarter of their mana. No. Barrier an ally and give 5 armor to them. If the ally's a knight, double the effect. And true damage. I hate all of it. This might be a repick. That just will not give us anything good. Tank the first 2 or give half mana to the first 2 allies. Gain extra turn. If there's a storm, she drains form. If we could guarantee a storm with her, that'd be great. But there does not appear to be a way to do so. I could always just hope the enemy has one, but that's a pretty bad idea. You know what? We're just going to pick this and hope that our common has a storm. None of these commons have a storm. However, crab is not horrible. So much so we might actually be able to win off of it. Sloth could probably win too, but it'd be very slow. Well, we don't really have that many options. It's somewhat tempting, actually. I'm about to build this team very weird. I think it's worth it. If we're going to win with this. So what we do is put Harpy Mage in first, so it dies. Put that there. And there we go. What even is this team? I think it'll work, though, surprisingly. We also get additional value if they happen to have a storm. She also has a little bit of life gain. But that is not really why we drafted her. It's mostly her base stats. Actually, everything on our team has 8 attack. Every single one of them. So I feel like we're... Oh, you know what? We should probably just repick draft. Because I just realized we're going to have such a slow time with that thing. We could always put a Harpy not in first. I guess we could put Sloth in first. It's still concerning, though. Any way you look at it, it's going to be clunky. There's a lot of blue. We're not frozen on blue, though. So I can move that. I didn't want to remove every blue on this map right now. Unless we can actually turn off it from a cascade. I feel like we can somewheres. There we go. Let's see. I'll take that over. You're within kill range. So adjacent damage should count. And if that is the case, we can kind of just go crazy from there. So we do that. We then do that. Never mind. This guy can solo the whole thing. We then do that. We then poke. I could have probably Astral Spirit killed right there. And then we do that. This kind of makes me move Harpy Mage. How about that? I think that kind of works. It's a weird team, but I think we can make it work. It's a very weird team, but it's a weird team that can win. I just wish we had a better poke option to go with them. What did we have instead of Harpy Mage? Whatever it was probably better than Harpy Mage. Or not Harpy Mage, I mean Harpy. We'll take a backup drain in case we need it. I'm pretty sure we're not going to need it, though. Do we have any kind of cascade? No, we did not. Let's go just take a green for now. Grab a skull. And he'd be dead. Hello, Nightmare! Welcome. Gosh, this guy's actually really good for Arena. Have we even drafted him before? How recent is he? He's not that recent. I'm not sure if I've ever drafted him. But, yeah, he works pretty good. You just get a kill, and then it changes into another kill. Kill, 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 kill. So we're getting a surprisingly high amount of gnomes. So once we finish out our arena runs, we'll go hand out the code. We don't really use green net efficiently. Oh, he's blocked on green, so me taking it right now doesn't actually matter. So one interesting thing we could do with Sloth is drain absolutely all the mana in play. And in doing so, it'll drastically slow down the battle. But it'll allow us to have a basically unkillable Sloth. I don't think it's going to matter. This thing can literally solo. Oh, I think I actually need that pet. Ooh, shiny. Wait till we finish out arenas, though. I'm pretty sure we need a lot more copies of that. It's one of the newer ones. Still find it funny everything on this team has 8 attack. I don't think I've ever drafted a team where every single thing had the exact same attack value. I was gonna say, I need one more poke really badly. Luckily, it just gave it to us. Oh, I should have taken that red first, just to get it off the board. Not because we need the mana. I still need one poke. That will count as a poke. What's the most useful thing to remove right about now? Probably yellow or blue. So we'll do that. Actually, I probably should have kept yellow. Blue would have been a better one. So I'm gonna let him poke us. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's match. Doesn't matter what he does. Gosh, that thing's just destroying everything. There's definitely quite a few things in Arena that can auto-win. Apparently this guy is one of them. The Rhynagor. Let's see. I'll take that over. I'll grab a... Can we even move anything? I'll take a brown for now. Also, we got 3 gnomes out of like 5 battles. Somehow. Very lucky. Okay, there's no way to move that to kill range. So I'm surprised in none of these battles did we have something that could, do we do this or not? But we had nothing that could create a storm. We're going to do it for once. So as you can see, Sloth is now literally unkillable. Well, maybe not literally, but it's pretty much never going to die now. It also drains all their mana, though it also drains all of our mana. A little bit of a trade-off. But overall worth it. Now if I could just get a poke would be good. There we go. Not that hard. I need just a poke, not the whole thing. Let's just go remove these reds. We get some purple back as well. In case we feel like slothing, and he's dead. There we go. 2 down, 1 to go. Oh, we got 10,000 gold from him. And, oh, we actually got a good offer for once. Yeah, I'll take 150 writs for 180 gem, sure. 3 days of doing this, we only got 1 good offer. Yeah, I'll take it. Speaking of that, do we even have any offers today? No. This orb is not worth it. The only thing that gains you positive value is a blue orb. And it's 15% chance. So if you kept buying this, you would eventually just lose value. Even if you get lucky a few times. You would over time lose value. And if we want an orb, all we have to do is just go win 1 more time. This is a pet we needed, right? Oh yeah, we still need 50 more copies. We need some. I didn't actually realize we had that many of it already, though. 10 damage to an enemy, gain barrier. That's very slow, but it would win. Explode 4 purples, then summon a giant toadstool or giant explode stool, gain an extra turn. It's a lot of mana, but the amount of times it could take them to get rolling. Also, he has 0 armor. Interesting. I'm going to draft him and just see what the rest of our picks are, and if we have to reroll, we reroll. Though this isn't looking too bad. Lion Prince is pretty decent damage output, but doesn't have any synergy whatsoever with Musician. Dwarven Gate, interesting. We'll roll with this. We have 2 troops that have 0 for something. We have 1 with 0 attack and 1 with 0 armor, both of which are probably the most useful zeros. Well, obviously, they're the only 2 zeros. You can have 0 HP. That's kind of cool. We have both the 2 zeros. We'll go with it. Might as well. For our final arena run, we'll go with a double 0. Lion Prince, we definitely want slightly up, but not like super up. I need one of you to tank first slot, so it might just have to be the fungus guy. Because I'd rather have double silence. So we'll do that. Do that. Dwarven Gate all the way in last slot to tank from the back. And keep him in the safest one because silence is really good in arena since there's no immune to silence. Since there's no traits. You can still cleanse it off though. But the cleanser would have to be one of the ones that aren't silenced for it to work. Alright, let's go do this. See what happens. It should be a pretty easy win. My biggest concern is our first slot is very slow and is probably going to die before it gets to do anything. Which is going to be problematic. So this is pretty good. So we do that. We then explode. We then explode. Oh gosh, that's going to be a lot of it mana. I think I slightly underestimated how much mana he's going to give us. This might be a super auto win. I may have ever so slightly underestimated the amount of mana that 4 explosions into an extra turn is. Oh wait, you hit first too? Oh wait, I forgot. He was changed to hit first too. So they do have synergy together. Oh, okay. Never mind. That works. We did accidentally draft perfect synergy. But yeah, he used to be different, which is why that threw me off. The ability it has now is not the one he always had. I still sometimes remember his previous one. But it should be pretty easy. Once this guy gets going, it just does so much mana. Combined with the fact that we have Dwarven Gate to give all to 5. There are no accidents. 100% planned. Let's see. Take the red, hope it surges. Of course it does. We'll go silence them. Pokety poke them. Silencing them just to unsilence them with death. He tried summoning. It did not last long. He's webbed, but he still does some damage, and he still does a silence. Also, I could take a nap. Whoops. It had the free yellow. Shouldn't matter too much, though. Because this will likely give us full mana. Ever so slightly short. We'll take it now. Should be enough to kill. Oh, not if he does that, though. There we go. And even that wasn't the musician, would have been enough to kill. Alright, 3 more to go. Oh, so hello, Mr. Jesse. Welcome. And hello, Mesta. Welcome. What would you consider as a good daily offer? Earlier on in the game, nothing. Later on in the game, Brits, Imperial Deeds, and Pets. Actually, Pets are good throughout the entire game. But those things tend to be the good ones. There's a few others, situationally. Those are the main ones. More often than not, you wouldn't really touch most of them until later in the game, though. A lot of them are only good value if you have more gems than you know what to do with. Otherwise, there's better things to be spending gems on if you have a really limited amount. Let's see. Take that over. And there we go. 2 to go. Okay, what do we need here? Take a skull for now. Grab... Do we take another skull? We'll take the other skull. We don't have a drop for that. I kind of wish we did. I'm going to take this red and hope for double purple off a sky. We got neither. Was worth a shot, though. Okay, I don't want to give him extra turns skulls, so that's probably a bad idea there. We'll take a yellow vertically. He's still got a free skull out of that, though. I'll take the brown, I guess. This board just will not give us anything, will it? There we go, finally. Some resemblance of value. I wonder why we can't find any move. The board just shuffled. You know the board is bad when it shuffles. He killed out the other troop. I wish he would have killed out himself. That would have made this a lot easier. Though worst comes to worst, if he doesn't get summoned here, we actually auto-win when he kills himself. In the past, he used to auto-win even if he just cast it at this point. But they made it so the summon will still count as a troop, even though they reached 0 troop at one point. At one point, if you would cast with it, even though you'd still have a troop alive, it would count as you lost because it went to 0 troops and then to 1 troop. But currently it works correctly in that if he was to kill himself and summon, the battle would still keep going. Even though it technically goes to 0 for a moment. I'll take a red to yellow. Oh, nice. We got yellow off the sky for the extra turn. What I really want is red and green mana, though. So we can get our mana accumulator rolling. That or blue. Hey, oh, nope. Stop getting value. Stop getting value. Just go poke. We'll do it over there just so... Actually, he's still going to have a skull. That's fine. But we'll do this. Get that rolling. Throw a double silence. Get him silenced so she can't do anything. Take a skull so it dies. And that looks like a win. Unless he gets like perfect stats every kill. Though he didn't even get a kill there, so he should be good to go. We got a skull just sitting right there. Another skull. It's just going to give us the win, sure. Not a battle that we had a lot of 8 attacks. But there we go. We won with a 0 attack and a 0 HP on our team. Or sorry, a 0 attack and a 0 armor. I've never seen a double 0 in Arena before. Actually, yes I have. I think I have with like Dwarven Gate and like I know we wouldn't have. Because I don't know. There is technically a way to do it without this combination. You could do it with Thorn Wall plus Dwarven Gate or something similar to that. It could be a double 0 attack. Yeah, 0 armor with a 0 attack. Works out pretty well having it like this. Because you can use this for super tankiness and then you can use this for nice well-roundedness. Plus it's much better to just have pure HP anyways in Arena. Ah, there we go. And we got our deeds, which they're okay value, but we're going to skip. And there we go. For all the grinding that we did, I think around 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm not sure how long it took us. Probably closer to 3 hours. But in that time, we got all the normal arena loot, plus all this. 3 gem keys, 2 event keys, 10 diamonds, which is basically what that is. Half a deed, and random orb that is hopefully a blue. Actually, honestly, that blue will, that orb will determine if this was worth it or not. It was not worth it. There we go. It was worth a shot. Should we go roll another one? No, this is such bad value. It's tempting, though. If this was 150, I would go for it. 200 is a bit much, though. Even 150 is a bit much. But if it was 150, I would probably go for it. Anyways, let me go hand out a code. And then we'll go take that pet because I need more copies of it. Is 5 gem keys for 180 gems good? No. The only key-related offer that's not horrible, I don't think I have it right now to show it, but there's an offer that costs like 400 gems that gives you a bunch of gem keys, event keys, and glory keys. And that one actually has positive value if and only if you need event keys. So whenever you see that one, it could technically be worth it if you need a mix of all the keys still. Because if you're going to be buying them anyways at some point, it's just a cheaper way of doing so. Anyways, let me go ahead and add a code. And then we'll go mess with everything else that we need to go do. Most notably that pet. But let me go get it, you guys. And if you guys have any other questions or anything else I missed, do let me know. Make sure to do so. Where is the thing? Also, I'm going to try to stay up tonight to record the weekly video. Though whenever I say that, I like crash and then have some other stuff I need to do, and then it doesn't get done till like 3 p.m. instead of 3 a.m. But the goal is to get it done before I go to bed. I'm going to drink a lot of caffeine tonight, so that should help. Might even take a nap once this stream is over. That also helps. There goes go. There's a redeem code used on gemsawar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found if your settings menu, whatever your game says right over here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. It's copy paste random numbers and letters starting with TU, and it gives the same rewards as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. There goes go. Okay, let me read back a little. Let's see. How would you prevent burning out on the game? I've personally haven't really ever burned out on Gems of War. Maybe like a little while way back, like 5 years ago or 6 years ago when it had not as much content. But as of recently, I've never really burned out of it. The way I do so is just basically do the bare minimum. And if you do that, you're not really going to burn out. If you just do the basic dailies and everything, and a little bit extra. Normally we do extra in token farming if we're doing anything extra, because that's what gives the best value later in the game. But no, I haven't burned out for this game in years. Still have a lot of fun with it. It has a pretty rewarding daily system, which is probably what makes it fun. It's always one of those things that's good just to look back at. Do the dailies and be done with it. It's also a game that doesn't really necessarily require you checking on it constantly. You do gain some small benefits like tribute and occasional pets, but overall, compared to most mobile games, you don't really constantly have to check on it. Every single day, yes, but as far as throughout the day, not really. Unless you just really wanted some extra resources. You're focusing on, or thinking of focusing on buying only the first 2 tiers for any event to use gems and pets and dungeon offers for diamonds. Think it'll be good. Generally for events, you want to buy to about tier 3, or if there's a new weapon, to the weapon. Tier 3 is enough to get it done across your entire guild. So if every single person in a guild is tier 3 for like the Word Lore event tomorrow throughout the week, that guild will be able to get all the rewards. So normally you want to hit to about that point, plus your guild might have the requirement to do so anyways. But if there's like a weapon or something, like for example, this Friday we're going to be getting a new weapon. I didn't mention that when I was going over all the weekly stuff, but I do recall we do have a weapon coming out this Friday. So like buying up these weapons are pretty good value because you get the weapon plus you still get all the event stuff. Yeah, this Friday we're getting a deal magic plus 7 damage to an enemy boosted by dwarven allies. And then creates a bunch of blue and brown. Basically just a standard weapon that creates double color, but for dwarves. But we're getting that this Friday. So buying up to like that weapon that Friday would be good. But yeah, as far as saving gems, you definitely want to save some amount of gems. Normally having at least a 10,000 reserve is pretty nice as you're going throughout the game. Obviously very early on in the game, you constantly perpetually have 0. But you eventually want to reach a point where you kind of have a reserve of about 10,000. It's really good just to have in case you want to use it for something, or if you want to go like max out a faction of a certain kind for a pet to upgrade a kingdom, or if you want to just have it for whenever a new feature comes into the game that might sink gems. Because generally if they add a new feature, it's probably going to sink gems more often than not. Either gems or money. What else was I talking about? But yeah, you generally want to save gems here and there. But I do advise going to about tier 3 on every single event, just because you get a lot of guild rewards if every single person in your game does that, in your guild does that, since it allows getting all these rewards, which are pretty nice. But something like offers is something you pretty much completely ignore if you're trying to conserve on gems. There's almost no offer you would ever go for if your whole goal is to not spend gems, or try to do so as minimally as possible. Because none of them are like exceedingly good value, except maybe Imperial. Imperial is actually really good. But most of the other ones are just, if they are good, they're ever so slightly barely worth it. Anyways, where were we? Let's go kill out this pet before I forget and the timer goes out. Actually, weren't we the one who triggered this pet? I'm pretty sure we were. We got a pet gnome during one of the arena runs. I'm pretty sure it was our pet gnome that triggered it. Oh no, you do not buy during pet events. The only ones that you buy into are guild-related events and whatever the Friday event is, and Tuesday events. But no, you never buy into pets. There's 2 events you should never buy. Pet events and class events. Not like literally never, but generally speaking, they are both 2 events that you would normally ignore. There are some instances where you would. Like, for example, with a pet, if you really want to go get it maxed, you might end up doing it. Rarely would you bother doing that. But the main situation would be if you need it for a kingdom upgrade. The second instance would be the class event. Generally, you spend absolutely 0 on the class events. However, if you are really tight on orbs and you want to close the gap of getting like a Zugoff or something, you might try to do the class event. Or if you just really want to get a specific good class max. But no, class events and pet events, you pretty much never spend gems on, ever. Very rarely would you. I don't think I've spent gems on either for like 2 or 3 years now. Even though I have all the gems in the wallet. We still don't spend it on them. And oddly enough, if you were to buy pets, the only ones that are like super good value to do so are the cosmetic ones, which might sound a little bit counterproductive, that getting a cosmetic pet upgraded would actually be beneficial. But due to how kingdom upgrades work, it can be. And the fact that they cycle so rarely, it's actually kind of worth it if you were to max any of them. Because any of them that actually get stats, you will randomly eventually find. Any pet in the entire game that has stats related to it will eventually fall off a pet gnome. It might take forever for you to find one, but it will eventually drop. Yeah, Laraz's Lair is a really annoying one. It's a super luck-based one. My only tips for that is... Isn't that the place that has silence? Wait. I'm trying to think what the other troop was for Laraz's Lair. Oh no, that's that really annoying attack reduction one. You gotta go double that one that has attack reduction with mana drain and the other thing. And you gotta hope you get ultra lucky. Yeah, that's one of the most frustrating factions in the entire game. Not necessarily the absolute hardest, so it is pretty high up there in hardness. But as far as which faction is the most annoying in the entire game, I am pretty sure it is that one. Just because you need to get ultra ridiculously lucky over and over and over again. Because every single thing does like 3 different things. And yeah, you just gotta get lucky. A lot of luck simultaneously. Oh, so that's kind of funny. We get 50 gems today, and we get to spend that 50 gems immediately on the dungeon. Where's my Phoenicia? Phoenicia! Okay, what do we go for here? Get that going. Oh, is my voice cracking more today? I don't even notice when I do it. It's probably because I'm thirsty. It's from not enough water. I had a lot of dry cereal earlier, so that's probably what did it. Because I generally have cereal dry whenever I have it. Actually, I haven't had cereal for months. I was looking at the cereal I had in the cabinet, and the honeycomb I had, that wasn't even opened yet, expired like 3 months ago. That is how little I have cereal. I just ended up having Crave, which luckily was not expired yet. But yeah, the other one was 3 months expired, which I found pretty funny. That's how rarely I eat cereal. I bought it while it wasn't expired, and it has been over at least 3 months since it has. So that means I've had that for at least like 5 or 6 months and did not eat it. Oh, we're still using black manacles with this team, aren't we? It's not necessarily a bad thing. The double AoE. The only big issue with it is if they have Submerge. Normally you want to have one that can bypass Submerge as far as your hero weapon when using Phoenicia. Just in case they happen to. But if worst comes to worst, Black Manacle does have a 20% chance to get Devourer, so that could devour the thing that has Submerge. Right, there we go. Next order of business, to go take our diamonds. So this is another instance where spending gems on it is actually good. Every single Sunday, it is worth throwing 50 gems for the offer that's here. There's one that's available every single day, meaning theoretically you could throw 350 gems per week, which isn't horrible value if you're tight on diamonds or, you know, you want to get more diamonds. However, the Sunday one is always worth it because the extra value that it has. On the other 6 color days, it's based on a certain color. But specifically on Sundays, it ends up doing pure diamonds, which is pretty useful because pure diamonds ends up giving a few other extra rewards as well as 2 gem keys, a free celestial, and a couple other resources, making it really good value. Do all guildmates get the same pets? Yes. Whenever a pet is active, every single one gets the exact same one. Even if you have the pet maxed out. That is correct. I wish they would tweak it, though. Because it's kind of hard to get the pets that you're missing. I wish the way that they would do it, to also give more incentive for people to actually go try to be the one who activates the pet. Because theoretically, you lose value for doing so compared to when there's not a pet active. Because you get 2 free pet food when it's already active. But you only get 1 pet food when it isn't active, but you get the pet active. So theoretically, waiting till someone else to get it active and then just getting 2 free pet food, an extra 1, is technically better. So there's a little bit of a conflict of interest. So one change I really wish they would make to pets is whoever triggers the pet would guarantee give them the pet that they don't already have. So the event will trigger one that they don't already have maxed. I really wish they would change it to be like that because it would give a little bit more incentive for people to actually go and try triggering them, and it would also make it so the fact that we constantly keep getting more and more pets keeps making it harder and harder to get each individual one. So they did something like that where if someone triggers the pet, it'll guarantee be one that they don't have. Would be pretty beneficial because most of the guild probably wouldn't have it either since obviously everyone's in the same guild. But anyways, this is always worth it every Sunday, so let's go grab it. I don't even need diamonds anymore and I still go for it just in case they ever get a purpose. I don't do the ones the other 6 days, though. It is worth it if you want to go and try rushing Mythics a little bit more. But it costs an extra 300 gems per week. But it's a pretty good investment still to do it every day. But Sunday's always worth it regardless, if you don't do it every day or not. Anyways, we did that. I finished out the arena event. I finished out all of Adventure Board. I guess it is token grinding time. Oh, did I never grab this chest from last night? See, every last chest we ever get of a stream had an Anu. This was just a chest from last night, and for whatever reason I stopped before it. And there's the Anu. I'm not sure why. But that seems to happen so often. Like every single last chest of a stream is an Anu. Because that was last night's chest, not right now. That's pretty funny. Yes, when you trigger a pet, every single person in the entire guild gets the exact same pet event for 1 hour. Yeah, we always got to get that one Anu. They add up over time. Just wish we would find more niches. I really hope if they ever add another area that isn't the underworld, that they make Anus and niches as easy to get as they made legendary and mythic ingots. Because underworld made legendary and mythic ingots pretty much as free resources. They end up giving so many that epics are actually the highest rarity. And I wish they would somewhat do that for the other two, though I'm pretty sure they're not going to be doing that. Because it is so hard to try maxing everything. They even said when they made it, they had no intention that anyone would actually max it, everything. Which kind of makes sense, because to even keep up with the rate of everything coming into the game is nearly impossible. You'd have to farm for tokens about 8 to 12 hours a day, every day, just to keep up with the rate of new troops coming into the game. So there's no way you would ever really realistically have them all upgraded. It's more so just picking and choosing. Though we're easily going to get enough upgrades to be able to do all the kingdom upgrades, because we only need to get, by the end of it all, 20 gold star per kingdom, or 20 gold medals. Which sounds like a lot, but we're talking like 3-4 years down the line. Like currently, there's only a few kingdoms that are even asking for 5 bronze, which is ridiculously easy to do. But if you guys have any other questions, do let me know. And next week should be a pretty fun week. Even though we don't have too much going on in Gems of War, we might have a Q&A by the devs. And even if we don't have that, we will be having our anniversary stream this weekend. Friday and Saturday. We'll be doing a variety stream for both. Though starting with Gems of War for both, most likely. Well, definitely for Friday, because obviously Friday we gotta go do invasions. Oh, we have to grab here. Though do keep in mind that technically means no nightly stream at 8 PM Eastern Standard Time, because we're probably already going to be streaming during that time. Like, we'll be streaming, it just wouldn't be the normal thingy on Friday and Saturday. What's the best warband bundle? Whatever the undead one was. Mostly because the banner was good. It was some kind of purple-red banner, I believe. Like a purple-red minus green. I think that's what it was. It was a pretty decent banner. I recall that one specifically, whatever it is, being better than the others. I like never bothered using it though. Barely. I don't feel like any of the 5 that came through the thing I really bother using much. There's been some really rare instances, but aside from that, I have barely touched them. They're not the best of banners. They're still worth getting at some point, regardless. They're just not $40 worth it. If they would have made that way cheaper, like if it was only like $5, or even if they pressed it by going to like $10 for all of them, that would have been a bit more reasonable. But if you wanted to get it like instantly, it was $40, which is just a bit too pricey. By a lot. that is at least 4 times to 8 times too pricey. How do you know so much about the game? Mostly because we've been playing way too much. We've been playing since launch. How long does it take for a new mythic to show up in SoulForge? The amount of time keeps increasing. I believe right now... well, it depends where the rotation is. So if it comes like towards the end of a rotation, it wouldn't take too long. But I believe the rotation is a little over 4 months at this current moment in time, with how many mythics are in the game. So if they happen very early in that rotation, it's going to take forever for them to come back, because they have to wait till the whole rotation is over until they even have a chance of coming back. But if it's near the end of a rotation, they can come in pretty quickly. That one RimWorld website has the full list of rotations. Where was it? I'm looking for SoulForge. I believe we're near the end of this rotation. Let's see, did we start a new one recently? No. So yeah, this rotation should be... Oh no, actually it's about midway. Oh no. I forgot how many mythics are in the game these days. We're a little bit past half, I think. We're like around half, I think. These are in rotation 19 for mythics. 18 was on January. So we're 3 months into this rotation. So we should only have about 1 month left for this rotation then or so. Until it resets. Which means this mythic might make it into next rotation quickly. Though it might ever so barely miss the rotation, which would be very bad. Because that means if this mythic that's coming out through the season pass barely misses this rotation, that means it's going to be like 4 or 5 months before we even have a chance of seeing him. And it could take as long as like 6 months. However, if he gets in on this rotation, we could see him as early as like a month or 2 from now. Any Mother of Darkness? I assume that's what you meant by Mother of Night. I don't think she happened yet, so she should be able to happen soon. Mother of Darkness, 18. Is there no 19 for her? Yeah, she hasn't happened this rotation. So you should be able to find Mother of Darkness within the next few weeks. Possibly even this Monday if we get lucky. Or if you get lucky. But, yeah, obviously her main purpose is that Rogue Spider team. Actually, has she even been available since Rogue Spider has existed? Where's 18? Mother of Darkness. December 7th. Hold up. When did Spider get released? GOWDB.com, a website I haven't used for a while. However, there's one useful tool on this website, and that is the timeline. Want to know where Night Spider is? Night Spider came out on... Oh! That's rather interesting. The next instance... I'll need to remember to mention that for a video, especially if it's this Monday. But the next instance of Mother of Darkness will be the first time she's available in SoulForge since Night Spider existed. So since she has been not useless, this upcoming next time that she's available, which should be in the next couple weeks, will be the first time she's been available since Night Spider, which is pretty big because she used to be useless, but then became really useful. And this will be the first time she became very useful that she'll be obtainable through SoulForge. Yeah, it should be within the next month, possibly even this Monday, to be able to get to the Mother of Darkness. Anisha! We got it. We got an Anu, we got Anisha. Though that, in all fairness, that Anu was technically from yesterday. So that doesn't technically count for today. But we got Anisha, that counts for today. So we got 2 Nishas last week, 1 Nisha this week. Because that's our only Nisha we got all week. I'll take it though. 1 a week is fine. I prefer slightly more than 1 a week, but 1 a week's actually not horrible. I did it that way so we get extra turn skull. And the only problem is I don't have full mana. After Iron Guy and Ferris Raw, what do you recommend crafting? Probably a good damage source. Wild Queen, if you're still really early on in the game. Infernus is a really nice, well-rounded pickup. But you want definitely some kind of damage source. Which one specifically really depends which one you like the most and what you really plan on doing. Like if you want something to improve your your Guild Wars, you'd probably want to do something like Wild Queen. But if you wanted it for some kind of other purpose or something more consistently just for doing PvP or something, you might want Infernus or some other one that's out there. It really just depends what kind of playstyle of a troop you're looking for. But 100%, after you have those two, you want to find some kind of damage source. All the best damage sources in the game are generally under the Mythic category. There are a few exceptions like Rowan and a few others. But most damage sources in the game, like the really good ones, like 80 to 90% of them are all Mythics. So once you get the core ones that are good at farming, you generally want to start getting some of the ones that are really good at damage. You generally want to wait on all the mana accumulation Mythics, mostly because there's so many mana accumulation low rarity troops. However, all the really good damage sources are pretty much all in higher rarity. So once you get like those core farming troops, you want to go into high rarity damage sources. Also, speaking about high rarity damage sources, if anyone does not have Tesla yet, and you have 800 diamonds, I highly advise getting Tesla. It'll be a very long time until you can guarantee get her. Actually, the next time will probably be whenever we have a mech event off of event keys. But, yeah, if you are a newer player, or at any point in the game where you have 800 diamonds but don't have a Tesla, 100% go get Tesla. Because she'll just make everything easier. She does so much damage. She does damage based on all the armor in play. So the stronger your enemies, the stronger she hits. She scales very well through everything. And of course we still have hiking Iron Gut. But yeah, Tesla. If you have 800 diamonds but don't have Tesla, I highly advise getting Tesla. It's one of only a few legends that is worth crafting. Generally you don't want to craft legends, because you'll have every legend in the game before you have every mythic. However, Tesla is a rare exception that she's actually so good that you would want to actually craft her. Even though she's a legend and not a mythic. Though, if you can afford Iron Gut instead of Tesla, yes, that is probably better to go for. Iron Gut's obviously still insanely good. Hey, we got a vent key from little one there. Hello, Doberman, welcome. Why are we exploring? Because we're farming tokens. We actually got Anisha earlier, too. It helps us upgrade stuff. It also gives the best rate of gold in the game. Running through Explore 12 very quickly. I believe Skeleton Key is still the strongest gold rate in the game. Even though they nerfed it. I haven't tested it for a while. But I'd much rather just run Zugoff on it. I haven't really kept track recently what on earth its rate is, but I believe this team is around 200,000 to 300,000 gold per hour on Explore 12. But the main reason we're doing it is obviously for the tokens. However, it does have a byproduct of giving us a lot of gold. Because we're getting about 2 wins per minute. And technically we can go slightly quicker, but on average we're getting about 2 wins per minute with this team. And we're getting, I think, like 3,000 or 4,000 gold. So if you break that down, what does that come out to? If we could consistently get 2 every minute, I think we're getting like 3,000? Yeah, we're getting about 3,000 on average. Sometimes higher, sometimes lower. That one was slightly lower. But we're getting about 3,000 per battle. So 3,000, that's 6,000. 6,000 times 60 is 360. Wait, what? There's no way this is giving 360 per hour. Probably because we're slightly slower than 2 wins per minute. It can win 2 wins per minute, but it doesn't consistently win 2 wins per minute. Some minutes are slower. Like this minute, where it's failing multiple times. But if this could consistently win 2 wins per minute, yeah, that would be 360,000 gold per hour. Though it is slightly slower than that. Please cast. Thank you. Be a pre-nerf skeleton key on Explore 12 used to do like 500,000 to 1 million per hour. Like people with really high VIPs were reporting like 1 million gold per hour. I think my rate was like 500,000 or somewhere around there. It was pretty absurd. They said they didn't nerf it because of that, though it definitely feels like that's the reason they nerfed it. It was because gold farming was just too strong. See you, Rogue. We'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. I'm probably going to be calling it a night soon as well. Gotta go for at least one more chest, though. Then we'll probably call it a night. Hopefully you'll have a Nisha, an Anu, and an Arania in it. Get a little mix of everything to end it with. Though our luck is just going to be a single Anu with something. It tends to be what the last chest of every stream does. I'm not sure why. I think we have around a 60% rate of getting an Anu on final chest. Even yesterday's chest was technically an Anu, I just didn't actually open it then. But it was from last night. Also, after stream, I might take a little nap, so I'll be awake for when we record the video. I kind of prefer when it's at 2 a.m. the reset time. Now that's at 3 a.m. It's kind of hard to stay awake till that long. Because then I still have to record it for a couple hours and set it up and everything. So I normally don't get to bed by like 7 a.m. Because I can't start doing anything with it until 3 a.m. But once the time shifts by an hour, it's at 2 a.m. reset. Do you think anyone can one-shots Explore 4 using the meta Rowain team? Yes, it's already possible. I'm pretty sure my base stats do it without needing anything. Other than the metal set, of course. But yeah, we can already do that. It requires a lot of stats, though. I'll go show it in a moment. Once we go claim our final chest right here. See what it is. I'm pretty sure he was referring to Explore 4. Based on the context. Sometimes people over-abbreviate stuff. I knew what he meant, though. There's a lot of abbreviations in this game. The main one that gets me is sometimes people abbreviate like every mythic in the game. And it really confuses me. Oh, we didn't get a Nanu out of the final chest. I guess because we ruined it with the getting it at the beginning. At least we got a Nisha in there. 23 gems. But yeah, I can go show it right now. If we go to armor and we go use Rowain, we actually already have enough to kill. So if we go here, go to difficulty 4, use a Rowain build. Where's my Rowain build? That's not what I wanted. We can even set it to Warden if we want even more damage. I'm pretty sure it has enough even without Warden though, but let's go even harder on it. Warden gives, I believe, 10 higher armor, 5 from one of its perks, and 5 from its final trait. And then we just cast this, cast Rowain, dead on Explore 4 in one shot. I'm pretty sure even without Warden that's enough damage. So if we change our class to back to Archmage, change our weapon back to Scythe, because I changed it for the other event stuff. And I never change it back. That's the actual team. But I'm pretty sure even like this, we still one-shot. Even without getting the 10 extra armor off of Warden. Pretty sure this is still enough. Though if you need to cover the gap, the 10 off Warden would be pretty beneficial. As you can see, it's still one-shots even without it. I could almost one-shot Explorer 5. Also, I still have this named as Explorer 3, don't I? Even though it one-shot Explorer 4. But, Yes, Rowan can one-shot Explore 4. You just need a lot of stats. And if you're a little bit short, but kind of close, use Warden hero class. The reason why Warden is good for it is 2 reasons. One is when it's fully traded. Actually, 3 reasons, technically. There's 3. The first is, of course, its final trait is give 5 armor to all allies. And obviously 5 armor is 10 damage for Rowan. The second reason it is good is once you have level 40 Warden, you get 5 armor for all green allies, which gives you 10 armor to your Rowan. And the third reason is Nature Link. So you get to create a green storm. So Leprechaun will have a slightly extra chance, or slightly higher chance of extra turning. So between those 3 things, Warden gives a lot of value. It's 10 armor and green storm towards your Rowan build. So if you need to close the gap with something, Warden's a great hero class to consider. And you only need to level 40. Though it is generally good to get it to level 70 because there are some instances where it's used for its Dispel. Because it's the only hero class in the game that has both Green Storm and Dispel, which is good for Truffle team. But anyways, guys. Yes, I'm pretty sure she can one-shot Explore 5 as well. I'm not 100% certain on that. I know for sure Phoenicia does, obviously. Phoenicia, I think, can one-shot 6 and almost 7. Sometimes 7. I'm not sure if Rowan can actually one-shot 5 yet. Normally, you do want to do the lowest rarity that you can one-shot, though. So if your Rowan can only one-shot, like, Explore 2, it's normally better to do Explore 3 rather than doing a Explore 3 or 4 or something. Just because wherever you can one-shot at is just where you're going to get the best value. Especially if you can get the Leprechaun into it, get his mana up instantly, and just instantly win with 1 cast. Ends up drastically increasing the speed of everything you get, including class XP, EXP in general, and other resources. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be calling it a night for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over all the Chapter 7 tasks and doing all those as long as we're not blocked on any. Other than that, we will have the Monday video going up hopefully soon, or, or early on, unless I crash, in which case it'll be later on in the day, which will pretty much determine that. Hopefully we'll get it up tonight, though, or I should say early morning. And aside from that, we will have the 5-year anniversary stream later this week. We'll have that on Friday and Saturday. Exact time I have not decided yet, but probably around noon or a little earlier, maybe 10. I haven't just determined an exact time yet, but we will be doing the 5-year anniversary of the channel stream both on Friday and Saturday, celebrating it between the 2 days. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.